These are the 9 most common questions I get asked from people who are considering moving to Kamloops. We're going to cover all the questions and the answers, starting right now. Hello everybody, and thank you for joining me. My name is Pereira. I am a veteran realtor and I've lived in Kamloops for over 25 years and I love this city. In this video, we'll talk about the frequently asked questions that I get from people considering a move to Kamloops, and they're all around the same topics: safety, which neighborhoods are good, which ones are bad, and the availability of jobs. I'm going to cover those 9 questions and the answers in the video following. But please remember that I am a licensed realtor, and if you're buying or selling real estate in the Kamloops area, please reach out to me and use my vast experience and enthusiasm to your advantage. If you like this video, please smash the like button because it motivates me to make more videos. And if you like the channel, please subscribe for new material every week. Let's get started. Number 1 on the list of questions is Kamloops safe? And my short answer is yes, absolutely. Most neighborhoods are very, very safe. And I'd say Kamloops on the whole is very safe, unless you're a gang member or a drug dealer or involved in the drug trade, because most of the violent crimes and in fact murders in the past seem to be connected to gang-related activity or drug use or drug trafficking. So if you're not in those categories, you're probably okay. But in terms of neighborhoods, the frequency and severity of crime seems to be the highest in the downtown cores of both the South Shore and the North Shore of Kamloops. So if you want to avoid crime and limit your exposure to crime, I would not reside in those areas in terms of housing if you want to avoid crime on a more frequent basis. The more you move out of the downtown cores of those 2 locations, the less crime there is and the less severity there is overall. So Kamloops is a very safe place to be. I feel very safe here. I've always felt very safe. But if you make yourself an easy victim by leaving valuables in your car or leaving your vehicle unlocked, or just making yourself an easy victim overall by leaving valuable, mountain bikes in your garage and leaving the garage door open, bad things are going to happen. Number 2, in terms of the questions I get asked, is should I buy or should I rent? And that's a very personal decision that you need to make based on your experience with Kamloops and your comfort level. Now, if you're a contract worker or a student, it makes no sense for you to buy because you're not going to be here for very long, and rentals are available in both apartments and townhouses, and they're fairly common. But if you're looking for something on a budget in a great area, that can be a tough nut to crack. If you're looking for a fully detached home, that is a house with its own full yard, and you're not sharing the house with another tenant, that is a very difficult situation to find at a reasonable price. They don't come up very often in terms of the rental market, and the pricing can be very high, and competition can be pretty fierce as well. So keep that in mind, because if you need a home that you're going to be renting in the Kamloops area, you need to do a lot of your research and legwork long before you get here. Now, if you have pets, pet-friendly rentals are difficult to find, and even more so in full homes, because in the past, landlords have had a lot of bad experiences with irresponsible pet owners. They're not that keen about making their rentals pet-friendly. But if you can demonstrate a good history with your pets and with yourself, I think a lot of landlords will change their mind. So detached homes and pet-friendly rentals can be a challenge, but if you're looking to buy a home, please reach out to me and I can help you with that long before you get here and send you listings long before you arrive. Number 3 is, what are the good and bad neighborhoods in Kamloops? And I can say confidently that most neighborhoods are pretty good, with just some smaller pockets which are so-so. But in terms of overall bad neighborhoods, I would avoid the downtown cores of both the South Shore and the North Shore, because most criminal activity and severity is reported in those areas. And the farther you stay away from the cores of both downtowns, the less affected you should be by crime overall. But again, petty crime happens everywhere. So in terms of the best neighborhoods, that depends on you, your comfort level, and what you're looking for and your price level. But there are great neighborhoods on the South Shore of Kamloops, in the eastern part of Kamloops, and in the northern part of Kamloops. But if you're looking for flatter properties with larger yards, I would say North Kamloops. If you're looking for properties closer to shopping and the university, that would be South Kamloops. If you're looking for smaller acreages that are sort of flat and you're looking for sort of strip mall shopping and that kind of thing, East Kamloops can work just fine for you as well. There's a little bit of something for everybody in Kamloops, but know that in terms of neighborhoods, it just depends on your budget and what you're looking for in terms of walkability, lot size, and whether or not you want flat land. That's it. Number 4 is the job market and employment, and whether or not it's difficult to find a job. And I can confidently say that if you are a hard worker and you have a good track record and a great resume, you should have no trouble finding a job in Kamloops. Historically, our unemployment rate has hovered around 5% pre-COVID, but in my observation, if you are a blue-collar worker and you're a journeyman, there are lots and lots of jobs for your job category. If you're a high-tech worker, there are jobs at the university, but there does seem to be more and more of those jobs available. The Open Learning Agency at TRU is a good place to check as well. Now, if you're a student and looking for a service-related job in restaurants or fast food chains, those jobs seem to be available all the time. But again, a good resume and a good track record in terms of your work history will help you get a job. And there always seems to be jobs available and advertised in Kamloops, because I've always said that Kamloops is a working family city. So if you're looking for a job and you have skills, I don't think you'll have any trouble finding a job in Kamloops. Question number 5, is Kamloops boring? I mean, what's there to do in Kamloops? Well, my wife and I moved to Kamloops in 1995, and our friends in the Vancouver area said we were going to be bored. And they were very, very wrong, because we're very outdoorsy people. Now, if you're into hiking, fishing, downhill skiing, cross-country skiing, snowmobiling, dirt biking, or mountain biking, and any other myriad of outdoor activities, Kamloops is a 4-season playground. So if you're an outdoorsy person, you're definitely not going to be bored. There are a lot of city activities, team sports, team functions, a lot of clubs that you can join in Kamloops, but you have to do your part and get out there and mingle and get to meet people and try things on. But Kamloops is super friendly, and we've made many, many friends in Kamloops. So if you are the kind of person that'll go out there and experience different things, Kamloops has something for everybody. But am I ever bored in Kamloops because I'm living in a small city? I'm never bored. I've been very, very happy living here for many, many years. Number 6 is, how are Kamloops schools and how's the education system altogether? Well, I'm happy to report that I just made a video on Kamloops schools not too long ago, so please check my channel out for that video. But I've ranked all of the Kamloops schools, both public and private, elementary and high school, from 1 to 10 using the Fraser Institute's quartile ranking system. Now, if you're looking to avoid the worst schools ranked in that report, Arthur Hatton Elementary in North Kamloops was the worst elementary school in the red category and the only elementary school in the red category. And Sahalee Secondary was the red ranked high school for Kamloops, and that's located in the Sahalee area. And I was sorry to see both those schools in red in that report. But most of the other schools are ranked in the yellow category, which is between 50 and 75%, and the top ranked schools were in the green, between 75 and 100%. And just check out my video to find out which schools are in those categories. But most of the schools in Kamloops are ranked pretty good, but you want to check out the outcomes for that school based on your own individual research. Number 7 is Kamloops weather, and there does seem to be a lot of misconceptions about our weather here, because yes, we do live in a desert belt that extends from Washington State all the way up through the interior Okanagan and ends in Ashcroft. But we don't get blistering temperatures all summer. In fact, our mean average temperature in the summer is just 27 Celsius, and in the winter, our mean average temperature is just -4. And most of the time, it's just mild. Now, I'm not going to tell you there aren't extreme temperatures at times. There does seem to be a bad week or two in both the winter or the summer, and you can experience as much as 40 degrees Celsius in the summer for brief periods of time, and minus 30 with wind chill for brief periods of time in the winter. But most of the time it's mild and there's not a lot of dreary darkness because most of the time in Kamloops it's sunny, and Kamloops enjoys over 2,000 hours of sunshine every year. Now in terms of snow, we do get snow, but it's the very, very light, fluffy champagne powder variety, and frequently you can just brush it with a broom, and if you get to it quickly on your driveway, it's not very heavy to push. Just don't let it sit around. So Kamloops, for the most part, is not extreme in terms of weather, and if you enjoy sun, Kamloops is definitely for you because we don't have a lot of liquid sunshine here. Number 8 is natural dangers and bugs. And people are always concerned about what might bite them or sting them in the Kamloops area and what the overall bug situation is and bug bites. And I'm happy to report that when it comes to natural dangers, we don't have a lot of them here. Of course, in the wild, in the areas around Kamloops, in the forested areas, you might encounter a bear or a cougar, but generally they try and avoid people. And in the dry areas around Kamloops, rattlesnakes are a real possibility as well. But again, rattlesnakes only bite if they feel threatened, and they do their best to avoid people as best they can. So unless you're in the bush, and you can take precautions in the bush to avoid these problems, you're okay, and reported problems are not very common. In terms of bug bites, Kamloops has mosquitoes, but there aren't a lot of them because this is a desert environment and we don't have a lot of marshy areas for them to grow big and suck your blood. But at the same time, when they do bite you, they seem to be so small that their bites are very inconsequential. But if you're worried about bugs that are going to be stinging you or biting you all day and you're going to be swatting bugs, I'm really happy to report that Kamloops has minimal bugs overall. And if you do get a bug bite, it's only going to be now and then, and even then you won't be scratching the bite for very long. Number 9 is, what are Kamloopsians like? And yes, that's what we refer to Kamloops residents as, Kamloopsians. And I can tell you that Kamloops is super friendly. In fact, my wife and I found the whole talking and socializing and getting to know other people out of the blue so different than the Vancouver area that we were kind of shocked. People just want to talk to you when you're, at the grocery store or at the gas station, and people want to get to know you in social situations and perhaps meet with you again elsewhere. But of course, you need to be outgoing and interested in meeting new people too. But if you're concerned about Kamloops being a smaller city and perhaps a bit redneckish or not very inclusive or very welcoming or not very tolerant, all of those things are absolutely not true. This is a very welcoming place for all different types of cultures and ethnicities and sexual preferences. It doesn't matter. I don't see any reason why anyone should feel uncomfortable in the Kamloops area if you're new to Kamloops or you're a little different. I've just never seen anybody being intolerant, so don't worry about that at all. Well, there you have it, the 9 most common questions I get asked from people considering a move to the Kamloops area. And of course, most people have different questions and concerns, and maybe you have a question. Please post it in the comments down below and I'll do my best to get you an answer. If I can help you out with any real estate related issues, please reach out to me in the show notes with my contact information or at the end of this video. Please smash the like button if you found value with this video because it motivates me to make more videos. Check out my channel for more videos on living in the Kamloops area and subscribe for notifications of future content which I make every week. Thanks for watching.